Jen, we'll just start with opening remarks following today's match here against North Carolina.
Yeah, tough game. I think tough result. North Carolina played a great game. Hats off to them. I think their game plan kind of picked our game plan apart a bit, and we never really found a rhythm. But on the flip side, it's good to have everybody back from international duty. We had a good week of training, and I think we're in a big stretch of games in the month of May, so we're excited to still keep this ball rolling. It's still early days, and on to the next one.
For that, we'll start with questions. We'll start here with Max.
Hey Jane, Max Payday from Paul Media. Pleasure to meet you. What did you at least feel like, especially in that second half? You had a first half where it seemed like you were kind of just being the impenetrable wall, 7 saves. And then the second half, you almost became a spectator with just very little attack coming your way. From your vantage point, as much as the 5,000, 6,000 people in the building, what did you see from the offensive standpoint that just needs to change after the 3-week layoff? Do you attribute that to the layoff, or do you just attribute that to just bad execution and bad adjustments on just the offensive part from your vantage point?
I think it's a bit of everything. North Carolina was up obviously at the half, so I'm not surprised that we had more of the attacking possession, I guess, in the second half. But I just think we weren't really in sync for whatever reason. We felt rushed in the 50th minute, things like that. I think, someone wanted the ball to feet and the ball got played over the top, or vice versa, or, you're trying to complete a simple wall pass and it just isn't executed. So I'm sure there's a ton of factors. I think, it can't be perfect all the time, but it's a good lesson for us now to really, really get on the same page in training and make sure we're reading cues and communicating. And, it's hard if you go down and we become quiet, then the communication stops, So I think as a whole, everybody including myself, we all have to communicate and help each other out and make the hard passes simple and just do the simple things right. I think we're really good at that when we're on, and I think it was just a little off today.
But going back to that first half, it seemed like you were really just having to put a lot of work in early. Do you feel like that there was, from your vantage point, critiquing your own performance, do you feel like that you were trying to at least shake off the rust a little bit? Do you feel like it's like we're riding a bicycle again after the 2-week layoff? Is that kind of the mindset you were in, or was that first half kind of just like, whoa, now we're back?
I wouldn't say it was like riding a bicycle, maybe like a rusty bicycle kind of thing. It's always fun to be back with the girls. I mean, I love them to death. I know they have my back. I'm super bummed about the goal. I'll wear that on my shoulders. I feel like I could have done so much better, but Ashley Sanchez had a great finish, and I think at the end of the day, I'm not happy to be peppered like that, but at the same time I am. It keeps me in rhythm, and I know the team will rely on me, and that's my job at the end of the day, keep the ball at the back of the net. So I think, of course, to answer your question, I think of course I was trying to find my footing again and get back to this rhythm and the system and how everybody's playing. We had a couple of changes in the lineup, so just feeling everybody out, and hopefully I didn't miss too much of a beat while I was gone, but it's always fun to be back and playing in this jersey.
And lastly for me, you didn't speak 3 weeks ago to the media after the victory over Louisville, but after what was then a crazy game, it seemed that the city is now starting to take notice of the fast start that this team is having in comparison to this history. You have obviously been here for nearly as long as anyone. You've seen the fan base grow slowly but gradually. What is your response to the lower bowl basically entirely being filled tonight, the city basically picking up on the momentum of the fact that this team is actually performing at the same level as the men, maybe even slightly better? Do you have necessarily a comment of how this fan base is growing and what this could possibly mean for the team now with all these matches coming up in the month of May?
I think it's huge. I mean, anytime the lower bowl or even the upper bowl's open is huge for us. I mean, we've been begging for the fan base to show up, but to their defense, we have to give them a picture that they need to be proud of, and we need to entertain them, and more pressure for us, but no problem. We want everybody and their friends and their family and long lost cousins to come watch. We want everybody in there. We want everyone cheering, booing, you name it. Go get a hot dog, get a drink, come on, make it a party. We want everyone. We want everyone to support this team and support the organization. We're doing amazing things. I know it's, there's been tough years behind, but what we're pushing for and striving for is going to be really, really incredible. And like you said, we have a few games coming up, back to back to back. So I hope everyone shows out, tells everyone if you can't make it, send an email to a coworker or something, and come on out.
We'll go with Manny here.
Coach condolences on the loss. I just wanted to kick back a little bit on the defensive line. The quick change up right there. Just want to really admire of the perspective of how amazing your defensive line took quick to adapt, especially of Leah thinking she played the first half as a center back and then moving back as a left back, her natural position. Just wanted to admire the defensive output minus the goal.
Yeah, I think the defense does amazing, and huge credit always to the back four. Big credit to the team, of course, always defending. I think adding Lisa back, has been helpful. She's a very, very magic left footer out there. Leah's new, obviously, as a rookie, and has so much potential, and is kind of like this crazy good utility player, and we can kind of move her where we need. And she's done great playing left back, and then we needed her in left center back, and she stepped right up. Paige and Avery, of course, have been doing their thing. So, and then Malia stepped in the second half, of course, and her experience speaks for itself. So, always credit to them. They make my job really, really easy, and I think they're doing great.
And then, of course, as the leader, as the captain of the team, how important it is for you I think just as we mentioned, May is coming up. It's like the longer stretch before the break in June. And so what is important for you just to check off the loss, continue the next home game on Friday, just to continue on what you had before the break? Yeah,
I think, the break was good in a sense that people, some got to rest, some people were on international duty and got to kind of like unplug, but now we're back and it's kind of the start of a grueling kind of patch for us. But like you said, it's a lot of games coming up, and I think the most important thing for us is we'll review this game pretty quickly, and then it's just on to the next. We can't live in the past, and we also can't look too far in the future knowing we have a few midweeks coming up, or you name it. The most important thing is we're at home next weekend, and we have to put on a performance that will bring people back and hopefully get us 3 points, because we should be getting 3 points here. We need to be playing better, and we'll be sure to do that. But we have a lot of room to grow, which is exciting. Exciting team, exciting group, and I think the main message is just one game at a time.
Thank you.
Close with that, Jane. Thank you very much.
Thanks, you guys.